YouTube today, we're fresh off of work, 186 stops today. We got a gift. We have Claymore music video by Sir Scrim the First. I'm going to get straight into this, but before I do, I want to say I got some notes. So for this video, stick to the end or skip to the end if you want to hear a little breakdown of the overall song and lyrics. I haven't heard the song yet, and I have yet to actually listen to the album. I'm going to get to it this week, I promise. But I will have a little breakdown at the end of this, because even though I haven't heard the song, I looked through the lyrics beforehand, so I can kind of, I don't know, I wanted to kind of add some beef to this. So without further ado, let's get into it. No idea what to expect.
It's us, man.
You did good, say.
It's us, man.
I like this little riff.
I've been feeling dead, I've been feeling empty. Even though my cup runneth over and my cup is plenty. Oh, outside saying dragon just to come back home and say more. Arms stretched out across the combat zone.
Spirits no more?
And say more.
Those fucking camels? Hey,
Arms stretched out across
American Spirit Gang.
the combat zone while I step on every claymore. Never seen no winner look so defeated. Never seen such a dead body breathing. You say they always worry how I'm feeling, but nobody really care about how I'm feeling. Get yourself together, young man. You got people that you gotta please. Everything you feeling better, shove it deep down. They don't.
And he has that, it's slipping my mind what that New Orleans or Louisiana genre is called, with the scratching and mixing and stuff like that. I think the song Back from the Dead, he does it on that song. But so far, from reading the lyrics, it's interesting to see how he's kind of rapping them or saying them. And I'm not gonna lie, I've already seen some complaints of, I guess, the vocal style or the way Scrim has chose to compose himself on some of these tracks or this album, but thus far, can't really say I'm disappointed. Can't really say that.
Give a fuck what you need.
Like, you hear the percussion?
From the north side, yeah, where they die long.
Like, some Manny Fresh shit.
When you just show that they need, ain't no one for you to cry on. All the pressure on me, I'm the one that they rely on. How you wonder what my mind on? What else you got, you need a pile on. No matter what I do, I'm on. No matter what I do.
I hate to say it, bro. Like, it's so crazy. You can, like, kind of see the age on Scrim now, bro. It's, like, insane.
I battle up for the shit, I battle up now. Yeah. I battle up for the shit, I battle up now. Yeah. I've been feeling dead, I've been feeling empty. Even though my cup runneth over and my cup is plenty. Oh,
Wow.
outside saying dragon just to come back home and say more. Arms stretched out across the combat zone while I step on every claymore. Never seen no winner look so defeated. Never seen such a dead body breathing. You say they always worry how I'm feeling, but nobody really care about how I'm feeling. Get yourself together, young man. You got people that you gotta please.
If I was creative directing this, I would have told him, don't exaggerate those gestures that much. Him doing that just sprinkles a bit of corniness onto it. He should have just kind of been more like a flow of feeling, a flow of emotion versus I don't even know if y'all can, I'm far away from the mic. But like a flow of emotion versus like that is like, okay, this is someone acting, versus I would have wanted it to actually feel like we caught him in the moment, and maybe that would have been better. And while we're discussing the music video. One, I do like it, and this is a defining moment. I want to say, I don't know if I want to go full steam ahead and say for both of them, but at least for Scrim. And this isn't the first music video that they've done that's this clear quality, but this clear quality brings something newer to them. It's almost like now you really see them. Now you can really see them, or at least see him. And I feel like OG fans will know what I mean. Like when you watch a lot of their older stuff, even the aesthetic, it's like part of the underground aesthetic, or part of that aesthetic they were doing is like, we're always covering our face. We're always dark and mysterious. Even like the quality of our videos kind of aids in this dark mysteriousness that they were once trying to kind of create. And now it's like they're bare. Now they're actually showing themselves. Now they're no longer kind of afraid to show the scars, the wounds, the emotion. It's not fueled by, let's say, substances, or fueled by an altered state that may make them feel more comfortable, if you get what I'm saying. But let's finish this out. The breakdowns at the end.
Everything you feeling better, shove it deep down. They don't give a fuck what you need.
Like, see that? That's what I'm saying. Like that, I wouldn't have did that. I would have been like, turn it down a notch. I will say as well, I don't know if he's intentionally trying to look like Jesus, and I will say if he is intentionally trying to look like Jesus, that is corny as shit. Hopefully this is just something he was doing. Like when he was doing the mullet shit, that was swag. But I don't know, bro. If he's doing like a whole, oh, I'm trying to look like Jesus because now I'm coming into myself with Christ thing, then that's like, come on, dog. So I hope that's not what he's doing with the long hair thing. But I mean, I ain't mad at it. What was your favorite, grown ass man, what was your favorite hairstyle of Scrims or look of his? Me personally was when he rocked the dreadlocks. I'm excited to hear this outro too.
Hey son, it's me. I'm just got you on my mind after seeing you yesterday.
Gotta stop it again. I'm gonna rewind it. But this scene here, one, is going too fast. Slow it down a little bit. Make it intimate. Make the viewer feel it. I think because, we got to be quick because people's dopamine is on the fritz these days. So everything has to be fast and flashy. And I'm like, no. Slow it down. Pull it back. I want motherfuckers to cry. Like, let me know if y'all feel what I'm saying, though.
Hey son, it's me. I'm just got you on my
Like, he's towing the
mind
line.
after seeing you yesterday.
His foot's right on the line of
I
corner.
wanted to ask you how you
shut up.
doing, really. I want to seriously know how you're doing because you look stressed out. Kind of worries me. I like to know what's going on with you. Why you looking so stressed out lately. The last time I seen you when you came to the house to visit, you looked stressed out too. I know before,
What's interesting is this is, I believe, his dad speaking, but it sounds like a younger brother.
you're always busy and stuff when I came and seen you, but really, I don't.
Which I got
man.
comments
Just,
on
you
that
look
too.
like something's taking toll on you. I hope it's not everything that's going on with us and, everybody else. I really don't want to do that to you. If I can do anything
Like, my
to take
nigga,
some stress off you, man,
Like,
please
you're obviously fake crying, or fuck me, I could be wrong. But I'm like, no. I would have been like, no, this isn't it. I would have been like, this isn't it. And not because it's bad, because it's not doing the job I would like it to be doing of truly encapsulating the feeling and emotion that he's bearing on this song.
I got my own stress to deal with, but I don't give a fuck. I'm used to dealing with mounds of fucking stress, you know? I can fucking handle. I don't break too easily. You got my genes in you, man. You know? But don't push it, you know? Because
I know
it'll
he
take
might
toll
actually
on
be
you
crying.
when you get older, man. I do miss you a lot, man. I really do. I want to spend time with
That's
you.
really what shit be looking like for real. Especially once you sober up and you're not like doing a lot of the same toxic things, bro. You'll just find yourself just sitting there just. But the track, quick rating, 8 out of 10. I do like the song. I just don't think the song or the beat does a good job at working with the lyrics that Scrim is presenting to us, which I want to get into now. With Scrim's opening, it's like the chorus throughout the entire song is basically just him talking about how despite all of the riches that he's gotten, he's still dealing with mental and emotional struggles. Not only that, he talks about going outside and slaying demons and coming home and having to slay them. Now, for me, this meant two things, or one of two things. To me, it could have meant that, he goes out into the world, he has to deal with all these problems, all these situations, then he has to come home and, let's say, argue with his wife or something like that. But when you keep reading, I don't believe that it's that. And I think it's more so just mental chatter that he's feeling, especially when he's like her arms stretched out across the combat zone. Now, that instantly made me think of like her putting her arm across his chest and he's saying the combat zone is his heart, which is wow. Wow, that's a line. And then like, wow, I step on every Claymore. I like that. But never seen a winner look so defeated. And when he says no one really cares, part of me thought that maybe he's referring to fans potentially. Maybe it's a double entendre there. I think that potentially he has all of these things, but something is still missing. That could either be from some past trauma wound that he still hasn't healed. It could just be not distracted, but the apps and just everything in our lives, in our kind of immediate worlds, it just has our brain firing all the time to where nothing is like, we're boring, just kind of can't exist, if that makes sense. Like, it's really hard for a lot of people today to just kind of sit in silence because we're so used to feeling the silence with something. So that's kind of part of my interpretation of that. Something else that he comes back to 2 or 3 times in the song is men burying their emotions because they have to provide or take care of their family. In the chorus, he mentions it and then expands on it throughout the song. Everything you're feeling, better shove it deep down. They don't give a fuck what you need. And then he has another line. How you wondering what's on my mind? What else you got you need to pile on? All this pressure on me. I'm the one that they rely on. These two stanzas kind of, even though they're separated, they fit together because he's just, and not only that one, there's another line. Hold on. The dad says something that adds on to this. The dad's basically like, oh, I've been stressed out too, but me, stress runs in my blood. I can handle stress like it's nothing. And it's like bearing emotions so that you can provide for the people that you care about. And I think that's something that not only a lot of men can understand. Bearing his emotions for others and then it taking its toll on him. Especially when you hear his father's outro. And again, to me, what struck out once I actually heard the voice was his father almost sounded like a younger brother to him. Not to him, but to me, it's his, like the way his voice, his cadence, his delivery. And I can relate to that because sometimes when I talk to my own dad, especially about like serious topics or certain things, it's just kind of like, I don't know what happened with Gen X, but there's like a maturity gap, or there's like some type of gap that happened with Gen X. When he says from the north side, yeah, where they die alone, that's something that Suicide Boys have kind of said over and over again throughout their music. But this time, maybe because it kind of tag something that I've kind of recently been thinking about or experiencing myself, that line kind of took a different meaning for me tonight. Instead of me just kind of taking it simply as, oh, people just die alone where they're from. I actually think he's speaking more to witnessing either elderly people in his family or elderly people in his community who are in their later stage in life. They may not have family. Their social security and retirement checks maybe aren't paying the bills because shit just keeps going up and they keep cutting every type of assistance for people. I relate to it because I see it in my own hometown, where you see people who you maybe, you used to work at the Dollar General when you were a teenager, and people you used to see come in all the time, older people you would see come in all the time, now look homeless, or now you actually see are homeless. And it's like crazy. Or like I said, you have a death in the family and that person dies alone. And you're like, well, where the fuck was everybody? And it's, I don't know, because I do know, but him seeing that and him seeing, I think his community is also what's adding on to like his mental struggles or whatever. There's some lines here and something that his father says as well that kind of backs this up for me. But I think what Scrim is talking about here is not like he's being spoiled or anything like that, or he's wrong for saying some of the things he's saying about his family. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of times when you become the breadwinner or when you're a man, people just assume you're straight. Since Scrim is rich, people in his family specifically are checking on him and are asking if they're okay, kind of like the father said in the outro. But when you're financially well off, people shrug off the stuff that you're going through. So you may be depressed, but they're like, but he's rich. It's like, yeah, he's going through stuff, but it ain't like he can't just fly to Dubai or something tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So the weight of your problems is different. His father thought that, and this is also a note that I wrote down, that sometimes fathers and parents just say the wrong shit in the heat of the moment. And his father, to almost try and comfort him and to get him to kind of confess what's going on with him, it's like, hey, you can put that stress on me. I'm always stressed out. I deal with stress all the time. Stress is in my blood, without realizing that exact statement would make him bottle up what he's feeling even more, because when you're going through shit, the last thing you want to do is put more pressure and more stress on people, especially your mom or your dad, when you know they're already going through stuff. And Scrim's dad kind of hinted in the message that there's other family stuff going on, which I can understand. And it's like, when you got everything going on, then some shit, bro, money can't fix. Money can't fix your dad being a drunk. If anything, it might make it worse. Money can't fix your mom being a narcissistic asshole. Money might only make it worse. So that was my breakdown. That wasn't scripted or nothing. This was just me kind of going off of my little notes that I wrote down here. Hopefully you enjoyed this video with me. This was actually kind of fun. On that note, shout out Scrim, shout out Ruby, shout out the whole G59. Looking forward to listening to the rest of Scrim's project. And also, I'm really looking forward to Ruby's project, because Ruby's probably finna come with some hardcore shit that's gonna be crazy. So on that note, I hope you all ate well tonight or today. I'll probably drop this during lunchtime. So have a nice lunch. It's your boy, Nubis Devante. Love and light equals life. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
No place on the post, 'cause you don't know what